Hi, this is Kate from Izzalicious Designs. Today I wanted to show you something called the puff stitch. Now I know I've done a tutorial using the puff stitch, and I think a couple of other people have as well, but I wanted to do a very detailed little tutorial that'll be very short but close up, so you can see exactly what the puff stitch is about. This is just a little example I've done. As you can see, it sort of puffs up from your work. Okay, now I've done a chain. I've done my foundation chain was 12 and my piece of work is 10, and I'm just doing rows back and forth. So I'm just about to start my next row, and I'm going to show you how we do the puff stitch and what little pitfalls you need to look out for. I'm going to zoom in so you can see very clearly and closely what we're doing. Now I've just finished. I've done my chain, so I'm going back into my stitch to start my next row, and I'm going to be using white so that you can hopefully see it nice and clearly. Okay, so I'm coming back through and I'm just going to do one or two on this row. Okay, so I'm going to do my puff stitch here. I'm going to go in, okay, through my stitch, and I'm going to use 3 bands for this. You can use 3 or 4, it really doesn't matter. And I'm going to make sure that we're very focused. Pull my first band back. I'm going to leave that on my hook. Here's my stitch that I've been using, and I'm going to put that little first stitch here. I'm going to go back through that loop. I'm going to pull through a second band. We're not knotting these, we're leaving these open. I'm going back through again, and I'm using my third band. Now, as I said, you can use 2 or 3. With crochet, they tend to use, they do about 4, which gives them about 8 stitches. I'm then going to take, I'm going to use the white because that's the colour of my background here, a single white band, and I'm going to pull through as if I was doing my single crochet. So I'm going to do one over the other like a single crochet, my knot. So just imagine that that's not there. And then I'm going to put this over here. Now my next stitch is down here. I'm going to go through this. And the tricky part, we just do a normal single crochet. We'll do another stitch, and we'll do another puff stitch. Just doing single crochet. So let's do a puff stitch in this stitch. Go through your stitch. You're going to use 3 bands. Here's number 1. And you don't do them all at the same time. It looks completely different. If you take all 3 and go through your loop and try and pull them all through at the same time, it looks completely different. Okay, so that's a no-no. You have to do each one individually. Go through your stitch, pull back your first band, go through your stitch again, pull back your second band, go through your stitch again, pull back your third band, and then, as if we were continuing with our single crochet, you're going to pull this back through all of the pink bands, do your slip knot and add it, and continue your row of single crochet. And you want to sort of make sure that it puffs out on the side that they're all on. It's very important that you keep it on the same side. So this is my second to last stitch for this round, or row I should say. Here's my last stitch. So I'm going to go through, add my loop to it, chain 1, pinch and turn. Now this, after you've done your puff stitches, this is where it gets tricky, and it's very easy to add stitches that shouldn't be added, because if you have a look, see how tiny some of these stitches are. So what you want to do, you've got your 2, so you skip your first 2, go into the 3rd stitch. This is number 1. This is number 2, and this is just going to be single crochet. This is number 2. This little one here is number 3. This little one here is number 4. Now, being careful, if you have a look, when you pull this out, you can see that there's a little loop under here. We have to ignore that. All you're doing is going through the loop that's on the top, the 2 bands that are on the top, not the one underneath. Do your single crochet on that, and then there's the little one here. Mustn't forget it. They get tighter after you've done the big loop. Here's another one here. Here's the big loop. Make sure you're just going through the 2 top loops, and there's the little one there. And here we're at the end, and we go through, add your loop and chain. So this, and you pop it out so that it sticks out. That is how we do the puff stitch. I think it's quite effective. I do like that. Quite good for noses, eyes, decorations. I think it's quite pretty. Hope you enjoy making. Take care. Bye.